When I first got into nootropics, you'd always hear about stacks through the grapevine, and they'd always be very effective. They'd always seem very cool. And you would think about it and you were tempted to try it, except you just never did for some reason. You always just put it on the back burner. One of these stacks for me was Cletept. Cletept stands for chemical induced long-term potentiation with an extra E for marketability. It is the famed formula for inducing long-term potentiation, which is where synapses become strengthened as they become used more, and memories become strengthened. Essentially, neurons that fire together wire together. And this is kind of desirable, and it is essential to memorization and memory as a whole. And the reason that this stack could do this, supposedly, is because of CAMP, which is really the target here. And it is a messenger molecule that is essential for mood, motivation, and memory. And some compounds in this stack hit on CAMP, and that is why it can induce long-term potentiation. There's artichoke extract, which inhibits PD4, which usually breaks down CAMP. So if you inhibit it, you'll end up increasing CAMP levels. Then you have forskolin, which increases intracellular levels of CAMP, so inside of the cell, as well as it upregulates the dopamine D2 receptor, and it's hypothesized to increase overall CAMP activity. And one of the downsides of forskolin is that it increases acetylcholinesterase, so it'll increase your body's ability to break down acetylcholine and degrade it. So to combat this, they included acyl L-carnitine, then they included vitamin B6 and phenylalanine, which I assume is just there to increase your acute effects that you do feel from it, so you have some dopaminergic activity. So essentially you have artichoke and forskolin, which will increase CAMP activity at different levels. Then secondarily, you will have alcar, vitamin B6, and phenylalanine, which will increase dopamine and acetylcholine activity minorly. The effects would be increased memory encoding, increased mood, as well as increasing your mental clarity. Except there's been some great rebuttals to the whole idea of this stack, stating that it's just not bioavailable, that it sounds great on paper, except it works to next to nothing in real life. And so I was kind of curious about this because I read both sides, with the company promoting their own product and then the community basically debunking that product, and I was like, let me try it for myself. So what did I notice? Honestly, not much, which is kind of disappointing, because the whole tale of this video is that I reached out to this company saying that I'll do a video on their product, saying that I will review it, and I was expecting some good things from it, to be honest, because I looked at other video reviews of Cletept and it seemed promising, it seemed cool, it seemed interesting. And when I got into nootropics 3 years ago, it just seems so fascinating to me, and it seems so cool. And then I tried it, and it's nothing to write home about. The effects are fairly mild, and maybe there's a little bit of a boost in mental clarity. It's tough to notice. I took it for a few weeks and I didn't notice much. My biggest quip with it is that they sell you a supplement bottle with only 15 doses. That should be illegal. Like, why wouldn't you just do a month's supply? Like, I don't know anybody. I don't know any major companies that would sell you a supplement bottle with only 15 doses or uses of it. Like, that should be illegal. Like, sorry. That was my biggest quip with it. And then my secondary quip was the effects just weren't that good. For the price, for the promise, for the idea of it, it just didn't really work out too much, to be honest. The pros are the convenience of it. Like, at the end of the day, it's not a terrible product. It does have some good ingredients that you could supplement individually, except you can supplement it in the stack for your own convenience. So that's good. As well as the idea is good too. You know, it's an interesting idea. It's an interesting concept. And the effects are subtle and soft compared to strong and significant, which is what you'd want when you buy a supplement typically, in that you want to notice acute, strong effects from it. I didn't notice that from this stack in particular. And I looked at their website to kind of research it a little bit more. And they said that usually people should take over 3 to 6 months to notice effects. That kind of sounds like a convenient excuse for people just to buy their products for months and months, while continuously promising that they'll get those effects eventually, except they never do, and they've just been duped into buying this product eventually, kind of like the carrot on the stick. Except one of the slight effects I did notice was I had a little bit more work motivation and less social motivation, in that I just wanted to do work more compared to talk with my friends. So there's that side about it. Maybe that's more of the cholinergic, dopaminergic activity that it increases slightly, minorly, in a subtle, soft way. Most of the effects I noticed were probably from the phenylalanine, alcar, and B6, which is where you probably see most of the positive anecdotes about this compound from, and that would make sense, and that's probably why they included it. Dopamine brain food. It was a stack, and it has a good name. You know, that sounds cool. Like, who wouldn't like to give your brain the materials that it needs to produce more dopamine, so you have better motivation, better mood, better confidence? And in trying it, it's decent. Like, it's not bad. Like, if you are just coming into nootropics and you just want it all done for you, you know, you can see dopamine and you just assume that's a good thing, and you're like, yeah, let's go. Like, dopamine, awesome. Let me take this stack. It'd be a great stack for you. It's not bad. Honestly, it's fairly decent. It's comprised of L-tyrosine, L-phenylalanine, which are both dopamine precursors, and then some cofactors like vitamin B6, 9, 12, TMG, and vitamin C. It gives a good little step in your day, gives you a good little energy boost, 10 to 15%. You just feel a bit better, you can focus a bit easier. It's good in that way, and I'll definitely recommend this over the other supplement stack. Overall, it is a cool company that is doing some cool stuff in the space, in that they're doing a lot of things around gut health and psychobiotics, which are basically probiotics that affect your psychological state, either increasing your mood, memory, or focus. And that's interesting and that's cool, as well as other formulations and stacks that are a different spin on your classic favorites like ginkgo biloba, alpha lipoic acid, and it's something different compared to Nootropics Depot or Lift Mode. And I hope with my brutal honesty, I didn't bite the hand that feeds me, because I appreciate them sending me this product. And another video to check out is me reviewing 9 different nootropics, ranking them from the weakest to the strongest. So that video should be up on the screen right now.